If you've ever felt like bodyweight strength training is too easy or impossibly difficult, you are not alone. But what if I told you that the secret is not in the exercises themselves, but it's in how you approach them? With the 8 strategies we'll discuss today, we'll discover how bodyweight strength training can be made accessible to anyone, anywhere, and how it can be scaled up so that even advanced athletes can learn to unlock superbly human skills naturally. By elevating either the hands or the feet, we can manipulate how much of our body weight is shifted to one end or the other. Slowly reduce that elevation over time to shift more body weight onto that side until eventually you can do the skill on the floor. Elevate the opposite side of the body to increase the challenge and shift even more weight onto the side you're working. However, if we're staying straight like a plank, as we should when we're doing push-ups, then this is going to reduce our range of motion. And this brings us to technique number 2. Using a shorter range of motion is generally much easier. We can incrementally increase our range of motion over time to develop strength through that broader range and challenge the working muscles even more. Using shorter ranges of motion is a great place to begin because it enhances joint stability as well as confidence. And as that range increases over time, we're lengthening the working muscles and working more and more towards muscle strength and hypertrophy, as well as unlock skills like pistol squats. And if we put a twist on this exercise, we get an even larger range of motion, and this can help to get our first dragon squat. Many skills can be unlocked by focusing on the eccentric rep only. In other words, the negative. By repeating negative only repetitions, we can build up the strength in a safe and controlled manner until we've developed enough strength to do the full skill. By extending our lever length, we can make many common calisthenics exercises much more challenging. There are many lever lengths in calisthenics. Some of the classics are full tuck, advanced tuck, single leg, straddle, and full. You can apply the various lever lengths towards many classic calisthenics skills. For instance, planche, front lever, and those hollow body holds. However, the difference between the various lever lengths are not so small. Progressing from a tuck to an advanced tuck can feel like adding 20 kilogram plates to the side of a barbell. We need ways to bridge the gaps in smaller increments. Mechanical advantage reps are a combination of technique 3 and 4. We can use a shorter lever length on the way up, where we're weaker, and a longer length on the way down when we're stronger. We can use the mechanical advantage technique to bridge the gap between 2 different exercise variations or 2 different lever lengths. Many people know that knee push-ups are much easier than regular push-ups. The problem is we need to progress with smaller increments. That's why we use a mechanical advantage. Make the eccentric difficult where we're strong, make the concentric easier where we're weaker. Resistance bands are one of the best tools you can have in your calisthenics kit. You can use them to do tons of supplementary exercises, and you can use them to bridge the gap between exercises you can already do and skills that are just outside of your reach. Or you can do the opposite. Make exercises you're already good at more difficult. So you feel like gravity's been switched off when you take off the added weight. Force equals mass times acceleration. So by speeding things up, your muscles have to exert more force and you will grow much stronger. Using these techniques, we can get incredibly strong and mobile using just our body weight. We can scale our training to any level, and we can make our training more accessible so we don't have to rely on a gym. We just released Compound, which will show you how to apply all of these techniques in a 3-phase program that can be scaled to all levels. It builds upon Isolate, our joint health and prep program, and sets us up nicely for Flow, our mixed movement skills program. Personally, I find it interesting. Anthropologists and historians know that hunter-gatherers were incredibly strong and physically intelligent. It wasn't until we started farming that we see the signs of physical problems in the remains of our ancestors. The body of Homo sapiens was adapted to climbing apple trees and running after gazelles, not to clearing rocks and carrying water buckets. Studies of ancient skeletons indicate that the transition to agriculture brought about a plethora of ailments such as slipped discs, arthritis, and hernias. By staying in one area and performing repetitive, heavily loaded tasks in the fields, our bodies started to break down. That's one of the major reasons why our tribe takes a bodyweight first approach to training. We evolved primarily to move our bodies, only secondarily to use our bodies to move other things. Now, heavy weightlifting is still a great practice in the right doses. I also continue to train with traditional lifts like squats, deadlifts, and presses. They've just become a much smaller portion of my movement nutrition, and I make sure to get plenty of variety. There's a great saying that goes, "Don't move a load. Load your movements." And it's so true. So let's master our body weight first and evolve together. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out Compound to get everything you need to unlock superbly human strength with just your body weight. See you next time. The body of Homo sapiens was adapted to climbing apple trees. The body